Okay, let's talk about what does a food addict look like? What are some of the behaviors of a food addict? How would you even know that you're a food addict if you don't have 100 pounds to lose? If you're not obese, if you're not eating food out of the garbage, if you're not eating the entire gallon of ice cream, are you a food addict? And this is what I struggled with at the beginning of my addiction recovery because I could totally go through the list of are you a food addict? And I could kind of be like, well, I don't do that. And I don't do that. And I don't have 100 pounds to lose. And I'm like, well, maybe I just need to get this under control. And then I will find out that I'm not a food addict and I won't have to do this anymore. I'll just like get it under control and then I'll be fine. So here are some things that are kind of on this list. Here are some examples of behaviors to stay away from. And basically this kind of tells you like the behaviors that people are doing. So the first one on the list of this brochure that I got, like I got this brochure when I went to a meeting. It looks like seriously like an AA meeting, right? For alcoholics. That's what this is. So one of them is you're eating until you're completely stuffed, like beyond stuff. You have no stopping mechanism. Rigidly restricting calories until we are weak. Having to finish whatever's on our plate or even someone else's plate. I was totally doing that. I would eat everything on my plate plus my kids' like leftovers. But I just figured that was like a mom thing, right? Like everybody's talking about how they're eating the rest of the goldfish crackers or the rest of the fruit snacks or the last of the bag of M&Ms or whatever. It's just like a mom thing. It's not a food addict. It's just you have little kids and there's just stuff and so you just are the garbage disposal, right? Devouring our food, often finishing before everyone else. Hiding or eating or hoarding our food in order to eat extra amounts. I wasn't doing that. Searching magazines for the latest weight loss scheme or following unrealistic diets or regimens. I wouldn't say I was doing anything unrealistic. I wasn't going on these insane diets. I was doing what everybody else is doing. I was doing like Whole30 and paleo and whatever. Once in a while I would do these like the lemonade diet, you know, where you're doing a cleanse because that's healthy, right? I mean, just I was doing healthy stuff that lots of people live by and are healthy doing it. So I wouldn't say that I was doing these crazy, unrealistic diets. Eating because it's free or because someone cooked it, especially for you, which seems like the right thing to do. If someone brings you cookies that they made or makes you dinner, shouldn't you eat it? It seems like the nice thing to do. So again, like that one, I kind of felt like, well, everyone does that. Eating to celebrate or because it gives us comfort during times of stress. Obviously, I mean, who doesn't eat a bowl of ice cream when they're depressed or on their period or whatever, right? And who doesn't eat ice or cake on their birthday or on their wedding day? You eat to celebrate. You eat at 4th of July. I mean, food is the celebration. So that seemed odd that it would be on the list. Needing to keep our mouths busy by chewing. I didn't think that was me. Eating at particular times or in particular situations, whether we need to or not. Well, it's like, yeah, okay, you just ate lunch, but then you went to a baby shower, so you're going to eat again. That was my thinking. But there are people I would notice, like people would say, like, I'm not hungry, like I just ate. And I think, yeah, but there's this whole spread here. Like, you should probably eat it. How are you not eating it? Like, hungry, not hungry doesn't have a say or it doesn't determine whether you eat or not. Just the fact that you're at this party and it's food, you eat it. That was what I thought. Purging excess food with restrictive dieting, laxatives, vomiting, or extra exercise. And I feel like that was me. Eating out of containers or while standing up. Well, like what mom doesn't do that, right? So I was like, that's not a determination of a food addict if I'm standing up eating because when else would I eat? Eating while driving, watching television, or reading. Obviously, everyone does that too. If you're a mom, you are eating in the car constantly, and the TV is always on because there's cartoons always on, and so I was doing that. The next one, distorted thinking, leading us to believe more and more foods will cause us problems. This can lead to dangerous undereating. But that wasn't really me. I wasn't like restricting, like, I wasn't doing like, I don't know, what would that even be? Vegetarian, and then no milk, and then no cheese, and then no, I don't know. I don't know what that is. So I didn't relate to that either. So in all honesty, like looking at this, I could justify every single one. I could either say, no, that's not me at all. Or I could look at it and think, well, I'm a mom. Like everyone does that. So it was really confusing to me whether I was or wasn't. And in the end, I did play the game for a long time thinking, no, I'm not an actual food addict. I'm just going to do this program until I'm better, and then I won't have to do it anymore. And the more and more I got into the program, the more I realized I could relate with everyone and what they were experiencing, whether it was extreme or not. And in the end, it didn't really matter to me. I wanted the peace of mind that they had. And so I don't know, maybe in comparison to other people, I wouldn't be a food addict, but that is neither here nor there. I'm not comparing myself to someone else. What I want is the peace. And I am willing to do what they're doing to get the peace that they have, because I do not have the peace when I'm doing it my way. And I can go, I could eat healthy for 80% of the time, and I would never eat a whole gallon of ice cream, but I would eat like a stupid amount of cookie dough. But who doesn't do that, right? Like, well, guess what? People don't do that. That's the thing. People can have a bite of cookie dough and walk away and never think about it again, and it doesn't like scream at them like, come eat me all day long. And this wasn't a thing that happened all day, every day. There were days where I could eat healthy and it was fine. And then there were other days where I couldn't eat healthy. Like, to save my life, I couldn't do it. And just this up and down and up and down. So if this is you, and you're sitting here and you're thinking through, yeah, I'm in mom land eating fruit snacks all day, and I have to eat while I'm driving. There's that. And then there's you totally beating yourself up every day, all day, because you ate those things. And there's also you being completely exhausted from trying to find the next thing that works, and the next thing that works, and the next thing that works, and getting just feeling like a failure over and over and over and over. That, my friend, that is what I am talking about. That is the part that you can be free from if you're willing to let it go and work the steps. Whether or not you're a food addict is honestly neither here. It just doesn't really matter. The question is, do you want the peace? And are you in a state that you've tried everything you can and it's still just not working? That's the addict. That is the addict part. So there is on Brightline Eating. If you Google Brightline Eating, I wish I remembered the exact link. But if you Google Brightline Eating, there is a food addict quiz that you can take. It's so good, and it will go through lots of more behaviors, lots more questions, and that's where you can kind of get an idea of where you fall in the food addiction scale. But I hope that was helpful to you. Please feel free to message me on Instagram at beingmeonpurpose, or you can email me. All right. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great one.